Damn, that's crazy. You got me looking at some old shit. Damn. That's crazy. Bro, that's old.
Who did your website?
Yeah, I did. So, like, I recently redid it, but it's still all, like, old. Like, I'm talking about this is probably 5 years, 6 years old. Well, just like those photos. That's crazy.
Yeah. I like, I mean, I'm a web developer. So I was looking at it. I was like, this is pretty, it's a pretty solid. I'm not going to lie.
Man,
I like the little slideshow.
You know what, though? I'm really, realistically, I'm about to change it. But I'm about to change it just to make it extremely, like, cut, like, you know what I'm saying? Be able to know, come in, email me. Yeah. Like, boom, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like what it is now, but it's more.
The book me's going to be more the emphasis.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, and have a nice little whatever. But yeah, man. When it comes to, I don't know, like, I'm telling you, this last year and a half, I've really, like, paid attention to more of the business. Yeah. Because there was for years, man, like, I say probably like the last 6 years. Like when I first I feel like, I say this. When you're a adult and you start photography, videography, you start looking at, okay, how can I make money? How can I, like, what am I doing to build my business? Am I doing it right? But I was I started. Because
you started when you were younger.
Bro, I started when I was young. So it's like, and
you're doing it just to have fun.
But not even just that. Like, think about it like this. I was doing it for fun, but I was making money. So it's like at that time period, I always say, like, when you make money off of what you do like in the creative field, whenever you work for somebody else or whatever, and it probably feels the same for any entrepreneur. But once you made money off of what you do, what you're good at, like, I don't know, it's like you're hooked. Like, it's like a drug, man. It's like you're not satisfied until you're really making money for yourself, not making money for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, yeah, man, high school, I experienced it. And that's what my mentor told me. She was like, yeah, I want you to experience how it feels to actually work and get paid what you're worth. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. That's why, like, now when I work with people, I'm not trying to, if I'm working with you and I'm paying you out, I'm not over here being like, shoot, I'm finna pay you $50. I'm finna take the rest of it. That's how I move. Like, realistically, I'm gonna try to pay you out as much as I can. You know what I'm saying, and still take home a profit. But it's just like, I don't know, man. I've developed a lot of tendencies that I needed to break just because I started when I was young. Like I was saying, I didn't start for just the fun. I think I learned when I moved to Austin. I learned the fun part of photography. Like, I learned the photography community. I learned, hey, let's go out and just shoot. Before
we can roll that into the question. Yeah, bro. Sure. So Sauce Market, bro. What is that?
So Sauce Market started back in the day as just basically, I don't know. There was a lot of photography communities in Austin, but there was no communities of people who just look like me, for one. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the meetups back in the day, you would go to a meetup and the only people that you would talk to are the people that you came with. So it's just like, what am I doing here?
What was the point?
I'm not getting no photos that are dope. Like, I'm getting something that somebody else just got. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just pointless to me. So I was like, you know what? Me and my other homie, OG Snipes, I'll shout my guy out, Snipes, we were just like, nah, man. And let's go back to, I'm going to blend these questions. Yeah, back to the competition part. So, like, I'll bring in some type of competition to explain why I say what I say. OG Snipes, he was in San Antonio, I was in Austin. This is when we were in undergrad. We're both shooting, we're both beating people. We were shooting with so many people to where, like, our models, like, we're starting to, like, run into each other through our people we were shooting with. Like, literally, I had a model be like, hey, somebody was talking about, yeah, you shot with Semaj, James, or no, he didn't even say me by name. He didn't even know. We didn't know who we were, but, like, our models were basically beefing it out. But we don't move like that. We like, hold on, what? So, like, literally, I was on Twitter.
Little drama for you.
They over here quoting each other, and, like, me and him, I was like, nah, he go crazy. I was like, it's another black dude taking photos. That's crazy. I was like, nah, he actually go hard.
Yeah.
he threw another tweet back. He was like, "Nah, he go hard." Literally, we linked up, and I was like,
While they were beefing, y'all was over here making a connection.
But that's what I'm saying. That's real life.
That's
so
funny.
like, literally, he would post up, I'd post up. We'd be going back and forth, like, "Ooh, no, he go crazy." And realistically, during that time period in college, I wasn't focused on. I wouldn't say I wasn't focused on photography, but I was just focused on being a college student. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a fraternity. Well, I'm still in a fraternity, you know what I'm saying? But I was in a fraternity, like, I was just worried about surviving being in college and, you know what I'm saying? And really, at that time period, I was the president of the fraternity. So it's like, dang, I got to pay bills. Like, that's what people don't understand. When you're in a frat, now you're worried about, okay, we gotta pay dues, we gotta pay insurance, we got it like puts responsibility on you that you weren't even thinking about because you're a college student. So I'm over here trying to pay bills. The way you pay bills is throwing parties. So I'm over here learning how to throw events, learning how to throw parties, not knowing.
That was prepping you for
not knowing. So during that time period, we're throwing parties, going crazy, like. And I went to a small HBCU, Houston Tillotson in Austin, ducked off. So, like, at that time period, we're throwing, like, 300, 500 people. And I'm talking about, there's like 1,000 people at the school. Like, there shouldn't be that many. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the ratio of people we had at our party was, like, the whole school. Think about that. So, and I'm talking about we're making good money at that time period. So, that's all I'm not thinking about being a creator. I'm thinking about business. I went to school for business management. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everything kind of was flowing that way. Snipes, he was throwing events in San Antonio. He went to UTSA. And he was throwing, like, photo parties. Like, people do that kind of stuff now, but back in the day, like, when I say nobody was doing nobody, like, it was rare.
Wait,
like,
what's a photo party? Like, you just pull, y'all just drinking and having a good time?
So normal, that's what a photo party is now. But I'll bring it back to what it is. No, facts. But that's what I'm telling you. That's what it is now. Like, you pull up to a venue, they might have drinks there. You have your camera. They might have a model with some backdrops, and that's cool. But no, he was throwing, like, I'm talking. This is a college student. He's having Porsches in his parties. He's having, like, I'm talking about full, like, design, but every light that's in that building or in that wherever the venue was set up so it's ready for photos. So if you do have your camera, that's cool.
Go wild,
Go wild. But it's an experience. So I'm like, man, who is this? Who is this dude? Yeah. So we link up and we throw a meetup together. And literally, I was like, man, I'm finna cancel this, bro. Like,
really?
We ain't getting no traction. Like, I put the post up. We were supposed to have the post up, but at that time we're both busy.
Yeah.
So like I put it up probably like the Monday before that Friday of the event. So I'm like, nah, bro, I'm finna cancel this event. So we get to the day of the event, and literally I'm about to put out a post like, and there was no Instagram. Like, we're just going off of just the love of the people we knew. I don't even think there was a story. I don't know, but literally I posted the flyer.
Instagram didn't have a story yet. Yeah.
So, like, literally, I posted the flyer, and people who were going to come, I don't know, they liked it, whatever. But it was, like, 50 likes. And I was like, damn. Like, this is low.
Yeah, you got to think about the ratio.
You know what I'm saying? This is low. I'm like, bro, this don't look good. So we get to the day of the event, and I'm talking about it's an hour before, and I'm like, man, nobody's hitting me. Nobody's, like, do-do-do-do. So I'm like, nothing to cancel. I go into, I make the little cancel post, and I'm finna post it. And somebody runs into, like, the student union at my school, and they're like, hey, like, there's some people outside waiting for you. I was like, what? They're like, they're asking for some dude named Semaj. I was like, Semaj? That's what I'm saying. During that time period, I'm like, Semaj, what? But, all right, so so I walk out to I'm telling you. Like, it was random, but, all right, so I walk out to, like, the parking lot because I was supposed to be the meetup spot right outside the school. It was on the east side, perfect little walking. We'll walk downtown, like, boom. I walk out there, and literally the whole, like, parking lot is full of people waiting to go to the event. And I'm like, why ain't nobody saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
nobody bothered to tell me?
Nothing. So I'm like,
That's
crazy. So, and it was organic.
You're probably mind blown,
Man, like, and think about it like this, like, during that time period, I'm talking about super organic, no, like, force, like, hey, I want you, nothing. Like, hey, look, we're trying to put this place out here. I know there's some people that feel like neglected in the scene. Like if you want to, people pulled up. I'm talking
Yeah,
about people out
they
here
felt that.
felt it, pulled up on us. We just walked the streets, man. We got in trouble. We had so many people walking in the streets. We got in trouble by the cops. Like they were like, nah, like
Yeah, like hey,
what are
hey,
y'all
what
doing?
going
Like, what are
on?
y'all
Yeah.
doing? Like, why are so many people together walking? And all of us black, like all colors. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody, anybody that wanted to be out could be out there. We're over playing music loud.
Is that the one? If I go to the, is like the old sauce? Is that one? All right,
The old
I'll pull it
sauce.
up for the people.
That was a vibe. That was an old vibe. Hopefully it is. Maybe.
I think it
Maybe.
is.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. It literally during that time period.
This one
Nope.
here, right?
Nope.
No, not that one.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So like,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. So all right, let me jump into that. So during that time period with Sauce Market, I didn't know what Sauce Market came from me and him talking. We're like, dang, like that was live. Like, what should it be called? Like, and he was like, man, sauce. I was like, nah, Sauce Market. Like, Sauce Market. Like, we're marketing each other's sauce. Like, that's live. I was like, okay. So literally, I ran with it. We started pushing out. He was pushing his stuff. Like, he used to do this thing at UTSA to where he'd have an open studio every Friday. People would pull up and they'd be just shooting it out. But like, literally, that was the vibes back in the day. It wasn't about making it a business. It wasn't about making money. None of that. It was just like, hey, like, we're going to provide a space. That's all. And I'm talking about over the years, I've invested so much money into this, and I've never asked anybody for nothing. Like, because it's not about, it's hard to move to where I'm trying to move to now because it's never been about making money off of the community or anything like that. But so like when we started rolling, you're about to pull up another meetup, but we started moving, like we started having like crazy, I'm talking about crazy meetups. And there was no no way to find a page.
What years is this?
Like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
And so like during that time period, there was no Instagram, there was nothing. Like literally, if you knew, you knew. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, there's this live.
I think it was just the social media was just starting to pop off. Yeah.
Yeah. No, facts. So like literally, I'm talking about organic growth. So over the years, we just kept growing, kept meeting people. Like we'd have a meetup, and it'd be like I think about the people who come to the meetup as like classes. Like each time we've had a meetup, it'd be like a different class of people who came. And before, well, now I haven't had a meetup in a long time, but before I used to have them like once every quarter or whatever, just to like ensure people don't get burnt out. But man, literally, I have people who have became best friends from the meetups, like boyfriend and girlfriend, married, like, and I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, my other buddy does the meetups, bro. He tells me the exact same thing, bro. Exact same thing. I was like, damn.
It's scary. So it's like people, it's like there's a type of, not even a power, it's like more of a joy. Like I had a homeboy we just interviewed for Sauce Market. We'll talk about that later too.
Yeah.
But we just interviewed him, and he was like, man, when I first met you, like I met you at like a meetup, and I remember you shook my hand and you just kept going, and I was like, what? And I was like, when you're throwing like your events, it's hard to like hone into one person.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you're trying to be a good host, you want everybody to,
you got to tap in with everybody.
Exactly. So it's like when you're throwing meetups or any type of event that's helping somebody else, that needs to be the main cause, and you know what I'm saying, just point blank period. And I feel like a lot of people, a lot of businesses, a lot of groups in Austin, not even just Austin, everywhere, they don't think about their community or they don't think about the people. So it's like they'll be able to like crack and get this money, but they'll like, let's say one bad thing happens, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, there's nobody there to sit there and vouch for them and be like, nah, they've been doing this for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to like, and I don't know if you want to ask me anything else about Sauce Market particularly.
Well, because I make these questions and then you start announcing, bro. So you can go on to it.
Right,
you know, we can roll it in.
So like Sauce Market continued to like organically grow, but there was a Sauce Market that was like super, it was random. I asked I asked one of my friends, I was like, hey, bro, like, I'm trying to throw a meetup, but I'm trying to like do something different. Like I'm trying to actually have like nowadays everybody has a space where they start the meetup and all that. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
But during that time period, you would just meet at a spot downtown, and you'd walk from A to B. That's cool. So I was like, nah, like how can we do something different? And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna like have like an actual home base, like to where it's a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a vibe.
Okay.
So literally I put the meetup together. We had one location, but I was like, nah, I was gonna have a DJ and everything just pull up to a random spot downtown. But when I was telling one of my homies at the time, he was like, nah, you can just use my office. So like, at the time I'm thinking like, yeah, he's like, how many people? I was like, yeah, you know, like probably like 20, 25. He was like, yeah, I don't see that as a problem.
Yeah.
And realistically at that time period, I was like, yeah, like that's probably what we're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm not blasting it. There's no Instagram or nothing. So we get to the day of the meetup, and he's out of town, so he gave me the key or whatever. So I go to his office.
Oh, he's out of town.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
But mind you, like I didn't know. So I get to the spot, and we're trying to set up an event. So let's say the event's at 5. We get there at 3. We're trying to set up, the DJ's getting there. And I look, and there's people just parked outside waiting. Like, people in their cars just looking at me. And I'm like, why are they looking at me? And they're like, hey, you're Semaj? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, I'm here for the meetup. This is 3 o'clock, 2 hours before.
2 hours before.
So, you see how this is about to go crazy. So we get to, like, 4, and it's like, man, I want to say at least in that small area, that area probably could have held like 200 people for real. We probably had like 150 people within that one little spot, bro. Like, and this is like at 4:30. The event's supposed to be at 5. So like those people that were already at the event, like they're posting it on their story. So now all their friends are
seeing it. Hey, what's going on? Pull up,
bruh. So like,
was it on a weekend?
I don't know. I want to say, because I used to think about stuff like that. I was like, okay, I've had parties that have been like, you've only counted for this many people, and it's been like, I'm talking about too many people. Like, fucking, we're gonna have to shut this down. So I already knew, like, okay, we've had good meetups in the past, but if I don't blast it or if I don't whatever, it's gonna be okay. Like, bruh. So everybody literally invited all their homies, and their homies invited their homies. And it got to the point where I'm looking around the block, and I see people in every direction just for the event. I don't have a permit. I don't. During that time period, bro, I'm young. I'm not thinking about that. I look up. There's people on the roof jumping up and down.
No way.
Swear, bro. And it's turned like, so like literally.
Vibes were good though.
Vibes were immaculate. Like I'm talking about like.
But as the organizer, you're probably stressed and a little sweat.
So like, think about it like this. Think about it like this. So we got everybody together, and that's probably that was the dumbest thing I ever did, but it worked. So we got everybody together, like probably like once it got to the point to where it like was about to blow up, and I think this is when all their friends started coming. Yeah. We got to a point where we had everybody that was at the meetup. We were like, hey, come in. Like we want to say thank you, whatever. We got them in. The DJ I had at the time was going crazy, and I wasn't even supposed to. A DJ at a meetup is like, what? Like, you have a DJ? What the heck?
Yeah, for sure.
So like, it turned it up, and so like when he was over there, or when everybody got over there, I couldn't get them to calm down to talk to him because the DJ is over there. I'm talking about
he was
like
in that motherfucker. What?
Bro, going crazy. I'm talking about playing, like, you know, playing those songs that you know is finna turn up a crowd. Yeah. And like during that time period, I'm like, bro, this is photographers. Like, they don't even move like that. Chill, yeah. So
that's hilarious.
Bruh, there's no, mind you, there's no alcohol. There's none of that. Like,
really?
This is broad, 5 o'clock.
Bone sober at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Chilling. So literally, I'm not thinking it's gonna even turn up like that. I look up, we're in there turn. Like, I'm talking about turn, like going in. But
that's hilarious.
I'm talking, bruh. I'm looking around, everybody's jumping up and down. Yeah. So while everybody's jumping up and down.
Were people there with their cameras and stuff? Or
bro, these are photographers and models, and it got to the point there was an OG, there was this black dude, we're on the east side. Yeah. He rose up on me. He said, "Hey, bro, what rapper is here?"
What? What did he say that
I
for?
said, "What?" He said, "Bro, y'all shooting a music video, bro? I've never seen it look like this on the East Side." I said, "Bro, chill, bro, chill." So that's how many people was there. Like literally,
Yeah.
I remember the cops
That was gonna be-
came, they looked, and
Yeah.
then they just kept rolling. Like, so, long story short, I got to the end of the event, and I'm talking about legendary. But I've thrown legendary parties that like, damn, I'm finna have to break bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this got broken. Like, somebody was smoking in the venue. Like, now we got to pay a little. So I'm used to, like, the aftershock. And that's what people who want to be entrepreneurs and want to do this stuff, they don't understand. You have to think about the full picture. And that's what I wasn't thinking about. So later on that evening, one of the homeless guys, now that I know, now I'm older and I understand the game, he like watches the building that we were at. And so he called the owner and like laced him up and was like, yeah, there's people on the building jumping up and down. I'm talking about, bro, this is like real life, like people on the building that I'm like, how did you get up there?
Yeah.
And I don't know them. I see some of my homeboys following. I'm like, hey, what you?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You making it worse, bro.
So literally, I'm talking about it's deep. These are creatives. These are photographers, model. Like, you know, they're trying to do anything to get the shot. And This is a once in a lifetime, like, oh, I'm never gonna get this shot again situation.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do it. So and I didn't think about that. I was like, man, like, who looks for ladders when they're planning a photo meetup? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But all right. So the owners basically were like, hey, like, I don't know who was on the roof, but if there's any damage, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm young, bro. Like, and I was still in college, so I'm like, and so they're like, nah, you know what? We want to have a meeting with you the next day. So I go up. Meetings at like 12 o'clock. I go up. I get out of class.
You get out of class.
I get out of class.
That's hilarious, bro.
I get out of class. I have a suit on, and I go meet with the people. And they're like, so we were looking at our footage, our cameras, and we've never seen this many people on this side of town before.
Really?
And I was
you like about 150?
Bro.
I don't know if you got like a real number
moving,
or like.
I think moving through the event, I'll say up to 200 people, but that's just like.
That's a lot of people, bro.
But
yeah.
At that time, it's like, it was so many people to where it was like, dang, this is either going to end. Like, I couldn't enjoy the event. Like, halfway through the event, I'm in panic mode.
Stressing, anxiety
hey,
attack.
Hey, come over here, come over here, come over here. Hey, get off the... Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here finna fight people and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, this is crazy. So, I'm meeting with them. I'm thinking, like, bro, like, dang. I'm finna be like, hey, look, y'all. Like, I work, but, you know what I'm saying? Any money I get, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta... You know, because my thing is, if I'm going to do the crime, I'll do the time. Like, I ain't no finesse. Like, if I did something, I'll pay for it. Like, I ain't tripping. So, like, that's in my head already. So, I'm like, dang, bro, I'm still in college, so I'm broke. So, I pull up on them, and they hit me with we never seen this many people here. Like, what was it? Like, what was it? And I was trying to explain to them, like, yeah, it's just a community of photographers, videographers, and models. Like, I put out like a flyer and I was like, hey, y'all meet up here. We just do photos or whatever. And they thought I was lying. Like, I'm talking about lying. Mind you, this is not even my space. I didn't wreck this space out. Like, this is my homie's office. You know, like, and they gave it to him off the love. So they're looking like, what? Like, what are you talking about? They're like, so how'd you promote this? Like, it went from...
They were interested.
It went from an interrogation to like, oh, well, shoot, we've never been able to get this many people to come out to our events. Like, how are you promoting it? And I was like, oh, it's just people I know, and the people I know people, and they know people. And so it's like, man, during that time period, I got like literally like blessed with the situation to get out of that because of people. They were like, nah, like, you're killing the game. Mm-hmm. They went from literally trying to get on to me to showing me the location. Well, since y'all was in here, I want to show you around what y'all were messing with and all that. And I'm like, what? Like, I thought I was gonna get arrested. Honestly, I thought I was gonna walk in the building and they're gonna have a cop there and be
that's good. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, it's over. But nah, literally I walked in, they're like, nah, like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, just make sure you take care of what you're doing before you do it.
Clean it up next time. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, when I know how to clean up venues. I know how to clean up after thousands of people. But you have to do, as an entrepreneur, as an owner, anybody that's running the show, you got to know how to clean up just like you know how to throw an event. So, like, at the end of the event, I'm the last person. Bro, when the people came up to talk to me, it's literally me and my wife now, but me and my wife, or me and my girlfriend at the time, me and my wife now, but whatever. We're sitting there and I'm sweeping, trying to get everything back to normal.
Yeah.
And mind you, bro, it's been too many people, like way too many people to ever be in that space. I'm sweeping up, I'm cleaning. It looks regular. We're over here taking out the trash, everything. And it's like the cop, when he came, he couldn't even be mad because he was like, dang, like, you doing what you're supposed to do.
Handling business, yeah.
But yeah, man. So like we went from that meetup, the legend kind of went through the community, like shocked the community.
It was a story to tell.
You know what I'm saying? It was a story to tell. So it's like the people from that meetup, man. I've seen people get married. I've seen people have kids. I've seen them move to this is the same family, to a different country and move back and come to our meetups. Like, damn. Literally from that first meetup, I've seen people from my hometown at that meetup.
And that was the first one.
That was like,
or that would just happen to be that one time.
So the ones before that were like popping, but it was like super like 20, like that's what I was saying, like 20, 30, yeah. Maybe 50, like maybe 50 on a, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? But that one was like, oh, snap. Like it was like really a ball just rolling and it just kept
kind of like the viral stuff. They have that same feeling.
No, yeah. So it's like, yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, this viral content, there's people that know how to make stuff go viral every time. Yeah. But it's like, I know how to make stuff go viral in real life. Like, I know how to provide an experience that you're going to walk into and be like, dang, I've never seen this before. How did, you know what I'm saying? So it's like.
It seems like it's the same, like, effect on people.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like as far as, like, the way that the climate of the world is moving now, you got to kind of. A lot of people only have the social media side of that. Like they don't, like the people who are extremely successful have both. And that's what I'm trying to get to. But it's like, I'm learning now the more formal, the more business side of that. From all the years of Sauce Market, just throwing events, seeing how the I'm not gonna say the clients, but seeing how basically the community and different photographers, models, like everybody needs somebody that's gonna put them on, or not even put them on, but really tell them the truth and all that. I'm like, how come I've been doing all this kind of stuff and not really capitalizing off of what we've built and really build it into a business? And that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now. So like, when it comes to building Sauce Market as a business. I had multiple people come up to me, but it's like when you have something, you've built something, and people try to tell you, oh, you should be doing this, or a lot of times, like, business owners take that like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little shot at your pride. You be like, you telling me that I'm not doing what I'm doing right? You know what I'm saying? So like, during that time period, I'm like, I'm not even prideful. It's more of like, bro, it's working. Like, it's working. But like, it would work. And then something would happen, and I'd be like, oh, nah, this is about to fail. And I'll pull it back. I've never let Sauce Market hit the point where it burned out, because I'll shut down Sauce Market before it gets shut down. But I had a friend who was literally coming to every event. And, like, I would see him. And I see, like, I try to pay attention. If you come to my event, I'm going to pay attention to you. Yeah. And so he always looked up and always put me on game. Yeah, go ahead. He always like pull up on me and be like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up? Hey, bro, I want to talk to you. Same like the spec situation. Yeah. And so I'm like, nah. Like, you know how many people try to talk to me a day? I get DMs talking about, hey, bro, I want to work with you. Hey, bro, I want to. And I'm like, nah, bro, like.
I appreciate you answering mine.
Time. Like, I don't got time. It's not even, I don't want to, but like. There's this. I'll lock in when I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'll lock into what I'm trying to do, and I'm not even. Nothing else in the world is happening because I'm locked in. Yeah. So like mentally, I don't feel like I have any space. But you know what I'm saying, I'm working on that. But I finally was like, all right, bro, what you know what I'm saying, put me on. What's up? He was like, bro. He's like, I see what you're building with Sauce Market, bro. He was like, literally, this is like 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
He was like, yeah, bro, like
2020.
literally, yeah, facts. He was like, literally, you're killing it, bro. Like, y'all are killing it. You got like, he was like, you got the most thing that businesses die for. I was like, nah, bro. Like, we're not making no money. Like, this ain't a business, bro.
Yeah.
This is for the love. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is for y'all.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember when it was. I was like, all right, bro, like, tell me what you're thinking. Like,
Yeah, talk to me.
Talk to me. Like, what's up? You've been talking to me. And he was supposed to be, my guy was, he was going to be, I'm not even going to put his, but no, he was going to be a lawyer. So, like, at that time period, I'm like, nah, bro, like, don't do this shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. Don't, like, go get the bag. Because this ain't the bag. This is a bag when you figure it out, when you figure out the code. But there's a lot of trials and tribulations that come with being a creative and being an entrepreneur. But
yeah, for sure.
So, he was like, hey, bro, like, I don't know how it happened. I'm sorry, y'all. But he was like, hey, bro, basically, you need to really hone in on telling the story of Sauce Market and really hone in on, like, using that community to leverage yourself. And I'd be like, nah, how? Like, how? And so,
like, cash in on it, yeah.
Bro, so, like, literally these past few years, we getting closer and closer with him, learning more and more. You know what I'm saying? Now he's one of my, I don't even know what to call him. He's literally, you know what I'm saying, a big part of Sauce Market, just like, you know what I'm saying, me or anybody else who's played a part in this journey. Like, literally, he's changed, like, my mindset when it comes into social currency. And I always knew that social currency was very important. But it's like, now I understand, like, dang, like, I positioned myself to make it work, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was always chasing the end goal, but I never knew what I needed to do in between. You know what I'm saying? And he's that person I was able to, nah, bro, you tripping. You're doing this, but you should be doing it like this. And so, literally, taking his advice and listening to other people and just, like, being when you work in success and you keep leveling up, and the people that you meet, the people that you talk to, they're not your competition. That's the people that they're going to put you on more than any lesson or anything you've ever gotten. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had conversations with people about life and, you know what I'm saying, the game, and we weren't even supposed to be talking about that. We were just supposed to be getting a little assignment done or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
You want some more water?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, like, I don't know, man. It's just really, as far as building Sauce Market into a business, it's really just knowing how to tell the why you're going to do it, how to explain that to customers about why you're different in this saturated time.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, really just, it's not even about delivering, because everybody who's been a part of Sauce Market and that's a part of Sauce Market, we're all our own independent artists at the end of the day. So this business wasn't built to just go out, oh, we're finna dominate this, or we're finna.
Yeah.
We might dominate once we get rolling, but our biggest thing is that our art speaks for itself already. We're already artists that have achieved different things in the game that other people didn't even think about. But now it's about, okay, how can we showcase our ability to work together, showcase our ability to put other people on and really elevate other people and elevate ourselves. Because I feel like when it gets to, you can't elevate anybody else if you're not elevating yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For sure.
So, y'all's own independent thing, but y'all just come together as a collective, and so businesses hit y'all up for whatever they need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So really, our target audience is basically the business that they're doing well off, and they might have a dope story, but nobody knows it. So it's like, we want to go in, tell your story. We want to arrange your business to really lean on what your values are as a business, and like showcase that instead of just showcasing just what you do as that business.
You know, I noticed you're actually a good storyteller, like just talking too.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, because you're telling the story about it was like this, people was on the roof. So I was making like a little picture in my head.
Bro, because think about
That's
like
storytelling is a skill, yeah, for
bruh.
sure.
So like, and that's another thing that when it comes to being a photographer and rolling into videography,
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest things I had a problem with was, or still to this day, I'm still learning the storytelling aspect. As a photographer, I feel like you could post some bangers and you can have a story, but it's still photos. Like, there's only so much you can show within the photo. You can Photoshop, you can have on location. There's only so much you can do. But a video, that only lives based off of what you're doing and the story you're telling. So it's like, I don't know, being able to, you have to be a good writer if you want to get good at doing videos. You have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more of a full package than pulling up with the camera and shooting
Good
some
writer.
photos and dipping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
What's up with the? Where's your photos at, man?
Ah, man.
We didn't talk about that.
So I always reset after every so often just to like kind of like rebrand, and not even rebrand myself, because I feel like I don't even have to do that, but it's more of like a challenge. Like, okay, how can I basically keep like leveling myself up? Like, my biggest fear is to look up and I'm still posting the same stuff, or just complacency.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest fear. And so when it comes to creating, I want to always just keep shooting. And even I know a lot of people who, they don't post nothing on their page. They have 200 followers and they out here making a killing doing photography and videography, because it doesn't matter. That social media and the business, they go hand in hand, but
they're two separate things.
Yeah,
you can be good in one and be bad in the other, and vice versa.
So it's like, but my thing is, I actually loved like photography. It started as a hobby and it rushed into a job, but it still started as, like, when it comes to portraits, that's why I post portraits. That's my hobby.
Yeah.
But I do everything else. Like, I had a client, I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I can do this. And they didn't believe I could do it because I didn't post. I'm like, nah, look at my website or look at this. And they're like, oh, dang, like, you doing good. I've had multiple people be like, dang, you can do photos just as good as you do videos.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's long answer. But I basically, every once in a while, I reset. It's kind of like a mind wipe. When I look at my page, I'm like, okay, it's fresh. Now I can go back to day one like it was back in the day, and I can just go out and shoot some dope content. Currently, right now, I'm trying to move from being a photographer, videographer, into more of a creative director, because I don't know. I feel like, not that I've hit a glass ceiling, because I don't think that's possible in this industry anymore. But I don't find joy in going to shoot clients. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't find the same joy as I used to find going to shoot clients versus putting together a team and having something work.
Yeah, you need a new challenge.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a new, like we were saying before, like, when you're an athlete, or if you're used to like accomplishing something, you need something else to keep you going. So it's like,
in a new mountain to climb.
So it's like, this is my new, I've done any job that you can do with the camera, whether it's video, photo, I've done it. Like, and I'm not even saying I've done it at the most low, like, I've done it at the highest level I could do it. So it's like, now it's like, dang, why did I do that? Because now I can, hey, I need you to get this angle. Hey, I need you to do this, because I've done it. Ooh, my wife is calling me. I'm
You're
sorry,
good,
yo.
You need to take it?
Nah, she knows I'm doing this. She probably on the way back.
Okay.
But I don't know. They always say you can't be a boss at anything if you've never been a janitor. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've worked my way up from being a janitor. So it's like, okay, what's next? This is what's next. I know people who are creative directors. I know people who are running creatives who've never been a creative themselves. Like, it don't make sense to me. But yeah, that's why I wiped. I have 3 things on my page: creative director, community builder, and motorsports. Like, that's what I'm leaning towards. Before, it was literally just how you see Austin, photographer, videographer. And honestly, I deleted that for 5 seconds. I was like, nah, I'm not. But I was like, nah, I can't miss out on the SEO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the SEO's
you
important.
You gotta get that in. But nah, as far as just like where I'm leaning towards, that's where I'm going towards. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you're the first person that pops up if someone looks up Austin photographer?
Definitely not. Not anymore.
Definitely not. Not anymore, but you used to be.
Before, yeah.
Let me see.
Whenever you look up Austin portrait photographer, because think about it like this. I used to shoot every day. That's crazy.
You pop up probably because I follow you.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, bro,
Yeah.
I used to shoot every day, and so it was like, literally, I was
Yeah.
flooding the feed. Like, there was no way you weren't gonna
See,
you know what I'm saying?
using all the hashtags. You know a little bit. You know a little SEO.
Man, so
Yeah.
like,
I'm pretty good with it because I took an algorithms course. And I'm a programmer, so I took a course on that.
no, you're different. No,
Yeah.
that's different. See, that's why I say I'm a jack of all trades.
Uh-huh.
So like whenever I try to, and I don't be knowing nothing about any type of terms. Like as soon as
Yeah.
you get to, I'll be like, hey. But I don't know how to do it because, like, let's say I'm building my website or I'm building something or doing something for a client. I'm gonna try to figure it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I'm not the one that's gonna do it, before I tell somebody else, like, hey, I need you to do this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look it up and learn how to do
Yeah,
it
of
myself.
course.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And as a photographer or any creative, if you only know how to be a creative, you're gonna fail. Like, you gotta know you gotta know the back end work, or you're gonna get finessed. You're
Yeah.
either gonna fail or you're gonna get finessed. It's just like when you're going to get your car worked on,
Yeah,
and they
that's with
telling you
anything
that
else.
that you're I don't even know what to make up right now. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Getting
yeah.
finesse. But yeah, man. So just gotta be a jack of you gotta know kind of not everything, but if you're a wedding photographer, you gotta know how to do you better know how a wedding runs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just know the back
Better have
end.
been to a few weddings. Yeah.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the
Better
back
have ran
end.
to a few weddings. I think we covered all these. Right, you kind of walked us through.
Yeah, well I'll get
You want to
into-
touch on any of these?
So I'll jump into leader. So I'll jump into basically number 10, I guess.
Where's
Let me
the?
see.
I'm trying to drag it down, but because I gotta grab it.
So as far as like going
Yeah.
from being like just a random photographer,
Yeah,
to-
going from there's a two different skill
Yeah.
sets. There's the photography, the visual artist, the
Mhm.
creative, and there's the organization,
Mhm.
the business side. Those are two mutually. They're not.
So I'll say like, all right. So and it's funny because people be having like the most like people be like, yeah, I wanted to be a football player when I grew up, or I wanted to be a rapper. Like, oh, now we out of here.
That's
But what was I finna say? Yeah, that wasn't when I was growing up. I didn't want to be I wanted to be a businessman. I wanted to wear suits. I wanted to wear nice suits, drive
Mhm.
nice cars, live in nice places. Like that was
Yeah.
my goal, and I didn't know that. My method to getting there was gonna be photography, video. I didn't know none of that. I just knew I liked business. I liked making money because
Yeah.
you know
Who
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
like
I
making
always
money?
was trying to make money as a kid. Like,
Did you always have little like side hustles and
man,
stuff?
I was pulling weeds. I was
Yeah,
cutting
I was
grass.
selling candy at
Yeah,
school, bro. I was the
look,
same
hey,
way.
Look, same. But like, I always had that. Like, my thing was, I didn't want to burden my parents by asking them for anything. Not even like we didn't even have no crazy bread or nothing.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't want to sit there and be like, hey, can you get me some? Like, nah, I'm gonna go get it
Yeah.
myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even if I know if you can't afford it or anything like that, or if you just don't want to spend your money, I'm gonna go get what I need to get so I can go get it. But that's always been my background. So when it comes into photography, that's why I say when I started, I should have appreciated more of it just being a hobby.
Mhm.
But I ran into it being a business. So like when I was first starting as a photographer, there was never a point in my mind to where it's like, oh, I'm not making money off of this. Even when coming to school out here in Austin was centered around being a photographer because I was like, nah, there's no way. I'm not doing senior pictures. I'm not doing weddings. I'm not doing pregnancy and none of that. I didn't want to do
Generative,
none of
yeah.
that stuff. I want to do photography for real. But that's photography for real. But I was just naive at the time. So literally coming out here was just based on photography because I knew at the end of the day, if you're gonna be better than me, you're finna have to like outwork me like crazy.
That's the tough.
And that's insane.
My boy works.
Bro, and I'm talking about like, and there's people that I know, the biggest thing is really just outsmarting me. If you can outsmart me, but this is the thing, I'm going to learn how to do what you're doing and
Yeah.
then what? But the thing about it, going from like a photographer to somebody that's telling somebody what to do, and even just running on set, like going from a basic freelance photographer to going to having an assistant to going to having gaffers to all that. From going from A to B, it's a learning process. Like, there's a lot of people who know all the technical stuff, but they don't know they don't have that creative bone. So it's like they can't shoot good stuff, but they have hella equipment. They have hella help. So it does help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
The equipment matters, like you're saying.
man, what? And it's not even the equipment that matters. It's just the know-how, how to use it. But I don't know. That's really the biggest thing. Going from like young me to me now, it's just the knowledge. I got the same hunger. I'm still trying to shoot something that makes me be like, oh no, that's hard. Because realistically, there's been times where I've worked with people. Now, not so much. You know what I'm saying? And it's toxic. But not even working with people. But I've worked and done stuff to where I'm like, oh, this is cool. And other people freak out about it. I'm like, I ain't really. But now it's like, yeah, chasing that shot. And not just chasing that shot that's like, as a photographer, you're chasing that shot that you're like, oh, this is dope to me.
Yeah.
But as a business owner, you're chasing a shot that's dope for you and your client. So it's like learning that will get you to the next level. But then once you learn that, now it's like, okay, what does this person's business need? Like, how can I really add value to this person's business? Because once you're adding value to somebody's business, now you can ask for, like, I'm talking about like triple whatever you were thinking you were going to charge them. But yeah, that's
because it's kind of like an investment on their part.
But that's how you got to think about I used to think about this as like a little add-on or a little sprinkle on top. That's not, in this world today, this is the investment that you need to make. It's not even an investment that you have to make. It's what you need to survive in this climate. You know what I'm saying? Even I remember shooting on phones. Man, pulling up to a shoot with a phone, people will look at you like, what? But nowadays, like, you go to any realtor shoots, people that are shooting for realtors are shooting on their phone. So it's just like, really? I don't know. You gotta have that business, you gotta have that business mindset, and you gotta have just really work ethic. You know what I'm saying? That gets you from being like, okay, I'm just a photographer out here to, oh, now I'm doing it. But then to get to where I'm trying to get to, I'm not trying to be a shooter. Like, I'm not trying to. Last year, I was flying at least 4 times a month last year. Every month. Like, I'm talking about shooting, traveling, shooting. Then it's like, literally, I looked in the mirror when I was at the hotel, and I'm just sick. I'm disgusted. Like, I just look tired, bro.
Yeah. And
I was like, nah, I can't do this. That day, I met a photographer at the event that I was working, and it was a black dude. And I'm like, oh shit, like, what's up? Like, what you doing over here? And he's like, what you doing out here? And I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, in the middle, like, I expect to see nobody of color. So, literally, I'm like, what you doing here? He's like, yeah, man, I got my crew out here shooting right now. Or no, he was like, hey, I own a collective or whatever. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I got my crew shooting right now. I'm looking at the Steadicam. I'm looking at all the people that are shooting the event, not shooting for somebody at the event.
Yeah.
That's the difference between when you're a photographer and a sole entrepreneur to when it's like, oh, this is a business. This is an operation. Like, he had an operation going, but
logistics going. He's
asked me if he was a creative.
Traffic.
Not a creative. Yeah, exactly. Not a creative. No type of. So it's like that, like, shocked me because I'm like, dang, we're over here doing the same thing. I'm probably getting like 80% of what you're getting right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not getting what you're getting because you're paying people out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what's the next level? That's the next level. You got to know how to manage yourself. You got to know how to manage a team. You got to know how to.
And that's people skills and stuff like that.
You got to know how to. And this is the biggest thing. As a sole entrepreneur, as a creative, you have to be able to tell somebody else your idea and to be able to hear somebody else's idea is the hardest thing ever. Because you're so used to going based off of your mindset.
Yeah.
Or, no, I think this shot will be dope. But you really should be like, oh, nah, what do you, like, what shot should we get? And they'd be like, oh, we should do this.
What do you think about this? What do you think about,
So it's like, that's the biggest thing that I'm learning now. It's like, okay, how can I translate what's in my brain to where it's on paper to where now you can input what's in your brain and now we're rolling, we're cooking with grease. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, that's why Sauce Market's so exciting. Everybody that's a part of the team right now, we have all done it on our own. But we've never done it together. We've never done it as a team. I'm like, man, imagine a team of people who know how to do it by themselves actually coming together and doing it on a larger scale.
Because people say it's not like when it's two people, you're not doubling it, you're 10xing it actually. You know, when you hit it right.
Facts. And it's like going back to the guy that was sitting there telling me like, hey, bro, like, you don't see what you, because when you tell somebody like, nah, bro, I see more in your business, like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you're like, nah. But going back to him putting me on and like lacing me up, like, if I would have sat there and been too prideful and not ready to hear instead of just feeling like I know what I know, man, I would have probably been sitting on this idea for 10 more years to come. You know what I'm saying? Instead of not dropping out, but graduating from school and trying to figure out how to be a photographer instead of trying to figure out how to build a business. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, brother, that's what's up, man. We're gonna hop into more like little philosophical things.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think you kind of touched on this a little bit. I mean, I think you kind of answered it throughout the podcast, but just staying authentic, man, and especially like with the social media, this content's like boom, boom, boom. Especially a lot of stuff is like it's like that didn't really happen.
It's kind of fake, but it's like, I'll say it like this. I remember, let's keep it super, super duper simple. I remember when you would be at an event and something rare happens at the event, the only way that you would hear about it is word of mouth. And word of mouth is the best form of marketing. So now you can't go on social media and see what happened. You have to go to the event because your homeboy just told you, oh, nah, bro, they gave us all free whatever. So now you're like, dang, let me go to it next year because I missed it. But, like, I don't know. I feel like nowadays it's so easy to fake the funk. It's so easy to, like, oh, post this one moment from this event and make it look like it was lit, and we're going to post that. Like, I remember when I was younger, I can't even talk about that. But, yeah, when I was younger, like, my sister, we both partied. But, like, when I was in high school, she was going to Texas State. And at that time period, like, I remember people would be like, nah, don't go to Texas State. Like, it's a party school. It wasn't even named during that time.
Because they had a different, they tried to rebrand, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
like, for that specific reason.
Bruh, we used to be in church and people would be like, hey, don't send your daughter to Texas State. And so, like, and this is years ago. Like, not telling my sister's age, but this is years ago. And so when she got up there, she was lit, but it's different. Like, she would be having me, like, I'd come up there for the weekend, and I'd be trying to sneak out, but I'd just be chilling. But literally, it's hard to, like, the whole party, like, the whole school was a party, like, literally lit. All right, so 3 years, 4 years later, I'm in college. I'm in Austin. We used to go to San Marcos and party, and it was insane. We'll go 2 years into, like, 2016. That's when the internet is popping. You will see a post on social media like, oh, this party was stupid live. Yeah. You go to the next one, nobody there. Yeah. I was like, oh, what's going on? That's the society we're in. There's nothing that's like, oh, this was a dope event. And that's another reason why Sauce Market popped off, because you would pull up to the event and it was actually what you seen. It was actually what you heard.
I've definitely been at an event and being like, oh, man, I see the event organizer, and then she zooms in. I'm like, huh? Hey, that's the only live little section right there. Go ahead and get your angles in.
Saying, bro. So it's just like, I don't know. When it comes to like being authentic, it's more of just have fun. Like, if you're doing something for somebody, do something that you want to do for yourself, something that you would want to enjoy. If you're providing a service, if you're that bit, like, think about it like this. Whenever I work with a business or anybody, I really dig into what you do, and I'm like, dang, what would I want if I'm that business? Like, if you want to stand out and be, and I try to tell people this all the time, if you want to stand out and really not be a clone, copy and paste of something else that somebody else is doing, don't follow the celebrities. It makes it so hard in my field because people, I'll be like, there's a time where I did not build mood boards. I didn't do none of that because in my head, I'm like, nah, everything I'm doing is fresh. Like, like, I don't sit here and plot and be like, yeah, we're finna go copy so-and-so, we're finna go copy so-and-so. Like, I didn't do that. But now it's like, it's kind of a requirement. But yeah, man, just really just
You
doing
gotta
what's
hop on
on
what's
your.
hot right now.
You
Right?
got to
Yeah.
think about it nowadays. You do,
Yeah.
but really just think about like what you want to do and lean into that. Don't change because the algorithms telling you to post this kind of content because your crowd is out there. It's about really engaging, finding your crowd, and rolling with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the short answer to my long rambling. Find your crowd and roll with that. Because once you find your crowd, they're gonna support you through somebody. If you get canceled, they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
your
gonna
fans,
be there.
yeah.
But yeah, for
Your
sure.
fans, your crowd, your audience,
Everything. Yeah.
your consumers. So, do you want to make this your main source of income?
So this has been, shoot, this has been my main source of income for the last, I'll say 2 years, could be three. Ooh,
Yeah, because
3 years.
do you have a separate job besides this?
So
No.
I used to back when I first graduated from undergrad, I didn't work nothing serious, but I was just working for the city. Like I was working with kids because I was like, bruh, I would go into work at like 2:30,
Yeah.
and so like that whole day I have time to focus on photography gigs and stuff. But like I knew before I really jumped into photography, like in college, because I had a time where I wasn't shooting. I thought I was gonna work for a Dell, or IBM, or something like that. But then, like when I started making my own money, like literally, there's a time period to where I had I missed the final. I overslept.
Whoa.
Missed it. Facts. So I'm in the office with the professor, like, hey, like. You know what I'm saying? I had.
But it's because you missed it
photo
because you were
shoots. I had shoots. Like literally in school, I used to have like 6 shoots a day, just senior photos.
Damn.
Doing them for way too cheap. But yeah, making bread though. So literally, I'm over here like, hey, you're an entrepreneur. Like you understand? Like I couldn't miss the money.
Yeah.
And so the only thing that saved me was a girl coming in being like, hey, did you edit my senior pictures yet? And the professor was like,
while you're talking to the professor,
he
hey,
was
clutch.
like, oh, no, he wasn't playing. I was like, yeah, he let me go back. But, man, I don't know, man. Like, as far as making this, anything, like any warning I give to somebody, because I feel like there's a lot of entrepreneurs that don't speak on the ugly side of being an entrepreneur and being a photographer, anything. When it comes to taking that leap, man, and like being like, no, I'm finna do this full time, like
Yeah, because that's scary. I haven't done that. I still have my little corporate
man, people
job.
be lying, bro. People be lying. People will sit there and they'll be like, nah, man, have a plan. And it's gonna be nothing is. I'm telling you, there's gonna be times where you like, man, like, what am I doing? Like even and it's good right now. Like I'm chilling and I'll still be sitting there like, nah, I'm tripping because I know what I could have had at the moment. Cause I'm like, nah, I'm not stupid. I can go get me a little job, rank myself up real quick and do what I gotta do. But I knew I wanted to get my dream life off of what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? That's worth every sacrifice I've had to take. Like I know at the end of the day, whenever it hits, I'm talking about not even people be like, yeah, I want to be rich and do this. That's not even what I'm looking for. I'm trying to be able to be in a situation to where I don't have to worry about being able to go do whatever I want to do. For example, if let's say I want to go to an event, a concert, anything like that, I'm able to just walk into the back with all the artists because they're like, oh yeah, that's so and so. He good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. I'm not out here working. Well, I'm working to get some bread. I'm trying to get some bread. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that's not. I'm trying to build connections. I'm trying to build real life lines. So whenever I have children, when they're looking to be an entrepreneur or they're looking to do what they got to do, they know that I've already put them in a situation to where it's like, nah, look, my dad used to do this. Like literally.
Yeah. Oh, that's so and so's kid. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. When it comes to me making the decision to go full time into this, it was, bro, I'm talking about every day I was going into work like I'm tripping. Like, I'm like, dang, I'm finna quit at the end of this year. Like,
yeah, that's
bro, like literally, it was so bad. I would have never did it, honestly. I told this kid's mom, I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I can't wait for the school year. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're killing it. All this crap. And so I was like, yeah, honestly, I'm not finna be working here. And she was like, what? Like, what you mean? Like, my kid loves you. I was like, nah, like, I'm going to try to go full time with this. And da-da-da. She was like, what?
Yeah.
So, and this is like, so let's say this is midsummer. We get to the end of, or we get close to the end of summer. And I'm saying bye to her. And she's like, man, I'm so sad that you're not going to be here anymore.
Yeah.
My boss is standing behind me. And he was like what?
Yeah.
Like, what you doing? What you mean? I thought you was going to try to move up and da-da-da. And I was like, nah, like, I'm going to try to pursue it. And after that, I'm talking about anytime I'd be like, nah, I'm not finna do it, they'd be trying to push me out the door. I got to my last day, bruh. Like, my last day. I'm over here driving to work, over here finna break down. Like, oh,
really?
Crap, I'm tripping. Like, worst decision I've ever made in my life. I'm tripping. Bruh, just got married. Like,
I was about to ask, okay, yeah.
So, like, literally, the most insane situation. I just got married. What happened? It was just all the worst time.
That's a lot, yeah.
It was COVID. Oh, COVID happened like that summer, but it wasn't like full blown. Like, it was still in that phase to where it's like, nah, it's just gonna burn out.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, yeah, man, like I'm finna do this. So I'm pulling up to work, and I remember I parked in my car, and I was just sitting there, and I was just like, bro, I'm tripping, like.
Yeah, you didn't get out right. Hey, just sitting in the
Bro,
car. I've had a few moments in my life.
I'm just tripping. I'm sitting there in the car, my phone. I get an email, and I look. And they literally, bro, that one gig was paying me like 2 months worth of what I was getting paid there.
Whoa.
And I'm talking about like everything paid for. Yeah. And this is the most like random gig. Like I've still never gotten to work with this company. It was for, damn, I can't remember their name. It was like a magazine though. It was actually a good publication. They were paying me whatever I wanted. So it was for Texas Monthly. Boom. I almost forgot. So literally, I got that gig the day, my last day of work. I'm talking about I'm getting my car, I'm placing my car on the ground. I mean, I'm placing my foot on the ground, getting out the car. My phone go off, and I'm like, bro, like literally the worst day turned into like
the best. Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm not tripping. Yeah, I was like, I'm not.
That reassurance.
I'm not tripping. Like my boss is like, literally, I think I had to leave in the middle of that day because. The gig was like literally later on that night, and it was like in Dallas. They're like,
so you had to get it going, yeah.
My boss was like, yeah, get out of here. Like, and I was like, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, man, as far as taking that leap, any advice I could give to somebody is like research exactly what you want to make as far as like your salary. Research how, like, make a plan, make an extreme like finance plan to where it's like, hey, I know I need to get 6 shoots this week, or really like don't just go out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna make it work. Like, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
it's gonna work, but it's gonna fail. You gotta have a plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? And listen to Larry June. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make it, look up my guy Larry June. He gonna get you on your entrepreneur spirit and all that. But yeah, man, it's really just once you have your map, you'll be able to keep moving. But if you just go out into the field and you're just lost, you're just going to keep going around in circles and saying you have motion, but you're still stuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, man. That's funny, man.
I think I know the answer to this question, bro, but are you the best?
Nah, bro. Nah. So, like, I don't know. As far as...
In Austin?
Nah. I don't know, bro. I don't even... This is how toxic this situation is. I don't even look at my work and see what people see. I look at my work and I see what I can improve. Okay. So it's like, I've had people be like, dang, your stuff is crazy. And I'm like, well, you see that? That thing ain't straight, so it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, as far as how I measure myself,
I guess if you don't like, I guess because you say you don't look at other people, what's your measurement of success? Is it like likes? Is it like how much you get paid? Is it like how much you just personally like it?
It's hard. That's a hard one. So now that I'm getting older, and I'm not even old, but now that I'm getting like older, it's more of like what I can make money off of what I like. Like, I'll say it like this. I've gotten to the point now to where I can make art that I like and get paid off of it what I want to get paid. Mm-hmm. That's goals. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's not work. You love waking up and doing what you want. But there was a point in my journey of just like doing this full time to where I was creating for other people and what they wanted so much to where it made me just like there was a time where I literally had a creative block for like a year. Like I just got out of a creative block probably the end of 2022. But like that whole from 2020 or 2021 to 2022, like
Really?
nothing. But I feel like as far as I'll say this, as far as going between photo and video, I don't think there's a lot of people in the city that's touching me, and that's facts. Like, and I'm not even talking down on nobody, but now there's a lot of people who can do one or the other, and I wish I could. I wish I could be one of those people that I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like literally the biggest thing that I wish I could change or correct about myself is that I literally love just trying everything, and like I don't know how to sit there and be like, oh no, that's not my thing. Like literally, I've had people hit me up for the most random gigs, and I just try it.
Yeah, you're just like, why not? Yeah,
why not? For sure.
For sure, brother. What's something new that you've learned, or I guess there's a lot you could say to this one, but I guess what's something you would give to yourself, like an advice you would give to yourself if you could?
Slow down. I wish I would have slowed down when things are just like moving. There's a period, I feel like life has been moving extremely fast since like 2016 to COVID like slowed me down. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like it slowed everybody down. But before COVID, I was in New York. Like I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was booming. But I don't know. I literally, when you get older, and this is for all the people who are like 25 and lower, because I'm 28. But when you start getting like to 25, 26, you go home. If you have any nieces and nephews, your nieces and nephews are getting old. Your sister, your brother's getting old. Your parents are getting old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, dang, like, this is crazy. Like, it's real life. Because during that time period, I was so focused on, like, making it work to where I'm not even paying attention to myself aging. I'm talking about I'm looking at my birthdays coming and going. I'm like,
you're just boom, 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 boom.
you know what I'm saying? I'm focused on, look, I'm over
yeah.
here getting in trouble. My wife getting mad at me because I'm over here booking photo shoots on my birthday. But it's not, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not about like, I don't know, man. I don't think about myself as something I need to sit here and just not invest into, but all my investments go into making money, which is negative. That is negative. But
You think that's negative?
Definitely. I definitely feel like there's not a day where I'll go and spend something on myself and I'm justified in that. Like if it's not something that I can sit there and go make money in,
Yeah.
I don't want to really do it. But that's negative. There's some stuff that you should go out and just spend money on. Like there's nothing wrong with going out and shopping if you like clothes, but now don't make it a problem. Don't be doing it too much.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that I'll think about. But yeah, man, as far as like telling younger me or me in high school, I just tell myself to slow down, focus on being more of a manager and not just being the baseline, because I feel like once you're managing and you have that mindset of being a manager in your head, you understand that you have to know everything to keep it going. You don't, like, there would be times where I'd be like, dang, like I'm learning too much about video. I'm starting to lose photo, or no, I'm doing too much. Like, nah, like you gotta be able to know how to do everything so you can be able to either teach somebody how to do it or know how to explain to somebody like, oh, no, we should do this. So I don't know. I wish I could have put more of like the business mindset. And also last thing, I wish I would have started that earlier, because when I was growing up, the only thing that I knew about making money was you had to go work for somebody. It wasn't nothing that I was like, but literally, nah, man, it's just, I don't know. Coming from Killeen, you don't see no creatives making money. You don't see it's very, you work for the military, you work at this warehouse, you work, you know what I'm saying? You work and that's it. But if there was one thing that I could have done for myself as a kid, I would have showed everything that I've done now. Because literally, like, I'm talking about to this day, my mom be like, oh, what? You doing what? Like, because it's unknown. But, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Being able to, like, take, like, kind of the cover off my eyes and be like, nah, bro, you tripping. Like, everything that you thinking about right now is possible. Because anything that I'm doing right now, I thought about it 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's just
have like faith.
Have big. So like, and that's the thing. I feel like
trust the process.
More of trusting the process and having faith than learning how to shoot a camera. Mm-hmm. There are people out here who don't know how to shoot a camera, but they know they trust the process and they have faith to go shoot for somebody and figure it out. Like, so stuff like that. Really just taking that risk and going head first instead of thinking about every possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, really just taking the chance. That's it, for sure.
Hell yeah, brother. That's what's up. All right, man. This is the last question, and if you want to say a few words. Sure. So being an entrepreneur is hard, brother. Like I get home from work, and I'm like, I let myself, I relax on the couch for like a few minutes. I'm like, I gotta go record, and I get up and I sit down. Well, I mean, that one day I just spent the whole afternoon. And the time was flying by. I look up, it's 11 p.m. I'm like, God damn it. Yep. And I got on my phone. I was still editing. Like, I was trying to lay down on my bed, and I was editing on my phone. And I was like, I'm scheduled it to get posted tomorrow.
No, facts.
Yeah. Because I don't know what time you post. I post things in the morning. I see that
you get the most eyes because it's rolling through.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. That's something I've learned. So with that being said, and then sometimes, like, well, even today, like, it's Sunday, but I was like, all right, clean up the place. Boom, make sure. I got to test everything. Yeah. Go over my lines real quick.
It's that prep work.
Yeah, the prep work, man. So I don't know. I guess you say you have the opposite problem, but when you're tired after work or something, what keeps you keeps you going, man? Because you, bro, like, I mean, I try to emphasis on the short, bro. You work, you push out. You're
just pushing, bro. Well, that's the thing. So like, when people be like, "Yeah, I'm addicted to the grind," like, that's not even me bragging. Like, I'm like, I get a rush off of getting a good shot, off of seeing a client happy, off of getting paid. So it's like, and not even, there's a lot of people who see it just off of getting paid, and that's the last thing. Like, getting paid, there's been times where I've turned down money because I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't doing what I'm trying to do. Like, yeah. But I don't know. I think the thing that keeps me going is the what if. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the situation. I always tell people, like, you gotta prep your crops for rain. Like, if you want that stuff, if you want blessings, if you want stuff to fall down to really benefit you, you gotta be meeting. You know what I'm saying? You gotta prepare. Like, you can't be sitting there praying for rain, hoping for rain, and your crops is gonna sit there and the rain just gonna fall off to the wayside. Yeah. Like, nah. So it's like with me, I'm always gonna sit there and do the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just built into me from a kid over here pulling weeds out the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, when I used to work, man, I used to be at work almost getting fired because I'm over here editing photos. Yeah. My boss would come in there and get on my case and be like, hey, what you doing? I'm over here. I'm editing photos. She was like, you're at work. I'm working with kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be doing that. But it's just like, I don't know, man. I have that drive to get to where I'm going. I know where I want to go. My targets are extremely high, y'all. Like, it's pretty
swing toxic. For the fences. Yeah.
But it's like, man, even if, and I tell my wife this all the time, even if I don't reach where I'm trying to go in life, I'm not going to be sad because what I'm trying to get to some people is ridiculous. What I've done so far is ridiculous. Like, I meet people and I'm like, yeah, I'm a photographer. I don't even say that anymore. But whenever I meet people, I tell them, hey, this is what I do. They give me that face like, nah, you know. Yeah. And they look at my stuff and they're like, oh, you put in the work. So, you know what I'm saying? Just putting that work. That's what keeps me going. Putting in that drive, putting in that work, man.
Yeah. That's up, man. That's all my questions. I don't know if do you want to say anything?
So to
everybody. Was there anything you want to talk about?
Nah, for sure. I just want to basically kind of like give a little brief on Sauce Market and what we got going.
Yeah, bro, let them know.
So Sauce Market, I'm pretty sure y'all know what Sauce Market is. So Sauce Market is really just an organization that was built upon like providing a space for all creatives and just everybody that's in the industry and people who are actually active in the industry. I feel like a lot of times nowadays it's either for people who are like extremely active, like the pros, or it's for the Joes. Like, this is for like everybody. Like, if you're actually shooting, come check it out. We're leaning to do classes for people. We're leaning to provide spaces. We're leaning really need to really provide people with jobs in the future. Like, we want to provide the creative space that Austin deserves. We've been in the space for years. Everybody a part of the team has had their fair share of being in this community, so now we're just trying to really build the community up with us. So if you're new to this journey, man, it's going to be great timing, you know what I'm saying, because we're about to do some big stuff. We just released our website. We just dropped a soft release on our Instagram, and we have a launch party coming up, but I can't really drop those details because it's private. But besides that, yeah, if you see anything about Sauce Market in the city of Austin, check it out. Even if you don't use a camera, even if you're just somebody who, you know what I'm saying, wants to come and have fun and meet people, come out. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a vibe. But other than that, man, that's about it, man.
That's about it. Yeah, well, I'll drop all the links to everything below. For sure, man. The Instagram, the website.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll drop your stuff below, of course, man.
For sure.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Still
Thanks,
blowing up.
Man, yeah, that's crazy.
Bro,
I was going crazy.
Bro, I got more likes than Drake.
Sheesh.
That's all you keep telling
Nah,
people.
your shit going
Yeah,
crazy.
I really
was
and you know what's
damn,
funny?
bro.
It didn't do anything on Instagram or on TikTok or nothing. I thought that was weird.
I feel like TikTok be blowing up. Like, I just posted something on TikTok. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, what the fuck? TikTok going crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird. But
I used to think that.
I was looking. I said, damn.
Yeah. Also, that's my friend. I don't. That's not a random girl.
That's
yeah.
funny.
That's not like I'm not
funny.
cooking random
That's
girls.
Smart. That's smart though. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
We were on the phone with each other and we just
and
did
I
that.
already
real-
know. I
yeah.
got a homie, Raza. This man's like big social media dude. Like,
Yeah.
he be going crazy. But like, talking to him, he put me on game when it comes to like, really this social media stuff. It's content that you have to sit and really like plot. Like, you got to kind of
Yeah.
really plot. Like, you got to really act like you're customer.
You got to come out with like a scheme.
And it's like he be killing the game. Like,
Yeah.
I be looking at his stuff. We had a meeting, and I don't even know if he knew, but I'm talking about I was looking through his stuff like crazy before the meeting. So I'm like, bro, like, you're killing it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But real organic dude. He just, you know what I'm saying? It's the hustle, it's the grind, like you were saying.
Yeah.
If you're willing to put in the time to figure it out, you're gonna figure out how to make it work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's all. Shoot.
For sure, brother. For
But
sure.
nah, man, thanks for bringing
yeah,
me
no
on.
problem,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Definitely look forward to having you meet us at our launch party. I think if you come out, it's
Yeah,
gonna
all
be,
right. I hit the RSVP real quick.
it's gonna be a movie. But as far as what you're doing right now, man, keep doing what you're doing. This is
Appreciate
great.
it, bro.
I feel like there's a lot of people in the city that need to have this story kind of just broadcasted.
Yeah, that's
This
really
is
what I'm
perfect.
trying to do here. Yeah.
That's perfect, man.
So that's something you can always point to and be like, look, I was
Nah.
talking about it here.
Nah,
You know, because
exactly.
I was like, how can I provide value? I was like, you know what? I was like, I seen you do the interview,
Mm-hmm,
but I was like, he hasn't done like a full like
Nah,
discussion.
I never jumped in and really like told like just talked, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I think in this generation, that's extremely valuable. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look up. You're gonna be all the different festivals in your corner talking about. Well, tell me how you feel. Like, for real, man.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
how, that's how you gotta do it.
Yeah.
That's smart, man. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Hey, if you need any help or anything, let me know, man.
I
For
appreciate
sure.
it. My boys gave me some pointers with the lights. And
Hey,
stuff like
we're gonna
that.
go crazy, yo.
Yeah,
I'm
we
telling
are,
you.
brother. Hell yeah,
For
big things to
sure.
come, man. All right, man. All right, guys.
All right,
Till next
y'all.
time.
Peace.
Hit the like button. Subscribe if you like this type of content. I'm gonna keep, getting other people, especially
Yeah,
around
for
Austin.
sure.
I just got in the studio, so we're gonna put some work in.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Let's go.
Take care.